Well, we're in what we call the long room now, which has previously been a members' room as well, but it was the original chamber. So when before we became a bicameral system with elected representatives, it started its life as a legislative council. Oddly enough, we had a Speaker of the Legislative Council, which in today's terms, of course, we have a President of that House. But it was the only House of Parliament we had that sat in this room or chamber before we built on and our system of parliament became a bicameral system. So we of course have a Mace, which signifies the authority that the Speaker has over the House, and I do a procession each morning from my office or my Speaker's wing where my office is. The Mace gets carried in front of me by the Sergeant-at-Arms and an attendant in front of them, and they lead me into the chamber, and that's what we call the procession. When the House is not sitting, of course, we need a safe place for the Mace. There's a bit of history to that. It used to get kept with the Speaker, but we did have a Speaker that tended to wander off with it, is probably what we'll say. Not in recent times, a very long time ago. And so now we keep it locked away in this cupboard with some of the Sergeant-at-Arms paraphernalia, if you like, which we don't, of course, use these days. The Sergeant-at-Arms role is the person who keeps the security of the House, which she still does, but not physically in the terms that the role previously had to. We now, of course, have security officers and that take care of that, but she oversees it. So we no longer have use for these items, so we keep them there as obvious museum pieces. But that is the real Mace. We have a Killiecrankie diamond on the top, which you can just see, from Flinders Island, and all of the other gemstones are from Tasmania. And some of the interesting features, you can see a Tasmanian tiger there. You can see the gum, which is our flora for the state. The ER for, of course, the monarch, Elizabeth. And then, of course, some of the crests that signify the various heritage aspects that we have from the United Kingdom. And what a lot of people don't know is that every Speaker's name, or signature I should say, is engraved onto the shaft of the Mace. And mine is there, which I can't just find, but it is down the very bottom. We've managed to squeeze it in, and we might be running out of space, so we might have to think about whether we lengthen it or whatever. But it's a beautiful piece. It was donated by Davies Brothers, a well-known family, Tasmanian family, and that was a piece, I believe, that was commissioned for Sargisons to make, which is also a very well-known silversmith. So a beautiful Tasmanian piece all round for our Tasmanian House of Assembly.